The final chapter, passion. Alright, all comes down to this. What's gonna happen? Today is the day. Today is the battle of the sections. I'm going to sneak into Mr. Wiley's cottage and find the cell phone jammer. I'm going to turn it off, pray that I get a signal, and make a call to the police. I hope everything will go according to plan, even if it doesn't. So long as Mr. Wiley doesn't realize my absence is due to snooping around his cottage, there is no risk involved. Everything will go back to the way it was as if I fail. But I don't want to fail. Everyone is counting on me.
Morning, Cadence!
Oh, Mr. Wiley.
Something on your mind?
The exchange is so normal, it almost feels like we're back on the first day of camp. Although, now I know our band director is the sort of guy who would trap a bunch of kids here against their will. Actually, yes. I wanted to ask you when we'll be having the performance tonight.
I thought we'd end practice an hour early, but that's only if we get through everything I want to today.
We'll be sure to stay focused. Come on, everyone. Time for stretches. The band circles up. Let's stretch our legs. Grab your right foot. As we do so, I raise my voice to cut through the chatter. We need to have a productive rehearsal today so we can hold our battle of the sections tonight. Everyone got that? The section leaders nod, determined. The freshmen's tired faces gleam with a tiny amount of anticipation. Then two drawling voices in the back catch my attention. Drum and drummer.
This is stupid.
That's stupid. I don't want to do Battle of the Sections.
Bro!
So we screw off at rehearsal and let Mr. Wiley cancel it.
Genius, man!
I'll kill you.
Thank you, Aaron.
If you two purposely try to get Battle of the Sections cancelled, I will personally kill you.
Huh? Aaron!
We're just kidding, right, bro?
Man!
Yeah, man!
I'm glad I have all of the section leaders on my side. I could never do this without them. Basics block is short today. After that, Mr. Wiley arcs up the wind ensemble to play through the show. Maybe I'll visit some of the other sections to see how they're doing. Hey, Sabrina.
Hi!
Ready for tonight? Whoa, keep it down!
What? It's no secret that we're having Battle of the Sections.
Oh, she's right. I thought she was referring to the escape. I'm a bit jumpy.
Oh. I wish Garth was here. Our performance won't be the same without him leading us.
Don't wish that upon him. He should be happy he got to go home and miss all of this. Haha, yeah, about that. Besides, you'll have a lot to tell him when you see him again.
You're right. Sorry, Garth.
This is terrible. I thought we went over this. If you all can't keep up, I'm just going to solo it.
Oh, are you practicing your section song?
Yes, I thought it might be a good time to do so since Mr. Wiley is busy. Then I remembered he never pays attention to us anyway, so we can practice it all we want.
Good to know.
Now, if you'll excuse us.
Morning practice flies by along with afternoon practice. During evening practice, I watch the sun dip lower and lower towards the horizon, going over in my head where Mr. Wiley could have hidden the cell phone jammer. He doesn't mention the battle of the sections all throughout practice, too focused on cleaning up the show. Around 7:30 p.m., I start to grow anxious. Should I remind him? I can feel my peers' eyes on me, waiting for me to do something. But before I can voice the question, Mr. Wiley reaches for his megaphone and shouts,
Get set!
Set it up for a final run. Start off the field, please. I want to practice going on and off. Watch Cadence for the signal at the end of the show and which way to march off.
Yes! We're having it early! The Battle of the Sections is a go! You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get in our places. I take my place at the helm of the band for the march on. Excited whisperings flutter throughout the band behind me. Come on, everyone. Focus. Practice isn't over.
To the ready.
That's right. Let's make this the best run you've ever had.
The band falls silent, bowing their heads and spreading their legs.
Band! Dan hut!
BMBMB! Their legs snap together and their heads shoot up. Aaron taps us off. Nice. We march onto the field for what I hope is the final run-through of band camp. I ascend my podium, looking out over the band. Their faces, slick with sweat and patched with sunburn, stare back. Countless pairs of tired eyes shine dimly with anticipation. Pride swells within my chest and I raise my arms. Let's do this. Tonight, I conduct with a ferocity I haven't felt since the beginning of band camp. The same energy seems to infect the band. Mr. Wiley watches them from above, much like a hawk, casting his critical eye about the field. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, we attack each planet with fervor. It's not a perfect run, but it's the best run we've had all throughout camp, and everyone knows it. I can see the pride on their faces when they come to the end of the show, panting at the exertion. I almost forget to give them the signal on which way to march off when I hear Aaron's drum tap. I snap back to reality and point to my left. They follow my command and exit the field.
Bring it in.
Great run, everyone. To the podium.
Mr. Wiley rides back down the scissor lift. The band mutters amongst themselves while they gather around and wait for him to join us.
That was the best run I've ever had!
Nice one.
You've come a long way, Alex. Proud of you.
I don't need you to be proud of me.
You think we'll have battle at the sections? We're about to find out.
Mr. Wiley joins us. He's got a good look on his face. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Great job tonight, kiddos.
He stands before the band, looking more tired than usual.
You've come a long way since the beginning of band camp.
Everyone stares at Mr. Wiley, collectively holding our breath. Has he decided to let us go after all?
But we still have a long path ahead of us. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Keep up your strength by getting plenty of rest and eating healthy.
You too, Mr. Wiley.
Huh?
You have to take care of yourself too.
To the ready.
I wonder why that got him off guard. The band shifts, spreading their feet and bowing their heads.
Band. Dead hut.
BMBMB! Mr. Wiley looks to me.
Shall we, Cadence?
Battle of the sections?
Yup. Lead the way to the pavilion.
Wait! Can we get some help with the pit instruments?
Of course, of course.
The plan comes rushing back. My heart begins to thunder in my chest and I feel the nerves creeping in. As I grab onto the large bass drum to wheel it towards the lake, I realize I'm shaking a little bit. Someone else grabs the other end of the drum.
Ready.
Ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I have a good feeling after that run-through. We're gonna be okay, Cadence. We just gotta tell ourselves that everything will be okay.
He smiles at me as he quotes my words from last night and my shaking subsides. He's right. I believe in us and in our band. We're going to be just fine. Everyone makes their way down to the pavilion, instruments in hand. We help the pit get situated. I take the section leaders aside and go over the performance order with them. The drum line will be going first. They're loud enough that Samuel and I can slip away unnoticed. The saxophones will perform last.
Why on earth would you end the show with the saxophones? Don't you want to go out with a bang? We're literally gonna go out with a bang when I set off my fireworks at the end. If you really wanted to impress Wiley, you'll end the show with a trumpet encore. Way more exciting than fireworks.
Yeah?
How about we end the show by setting you on fire?
It's a possibility.
What is your problem?
Ahem! We've been over this. Drumline is going first, saxophones are going last.
Fine, fine.
Are you kidding me?
What? But we just got all our instruments set up on stage! The pit has to go first!
But the drumline...
Okay! Fine, pit is going first. We don't have time to argue over this. The pit going first might work in our favor. They can take their time getting on and off the stage.
Hey, Samuel.
You all are going down! Saxophones are winning this thing! We're saving the best for last. Right, Samuel?
Samuel reaches up and removes his sunglasses purposefully.
Ready.
Right. Let's do this.
Mr. Wiley approaches, coffee clutched in his hand. Hey, Mr. Wiley, you'll choose the winner of tonight's competition, right?
Sure thing. And you'll be my fellow judge again, won't you, Cadence?
I don't know. You'd be way better at it.
Nonsense! Have a seat.
He sits down in the front row and pats the spot next to him. Oh, goody.
Oh no.
What do I do?
Everyone to your places. Cadence, we need you up on stage for your speech.
Right! Thank you, Samuel! The band takes their seats while I ascend the small stage. The pavilion lights glitter around me like countless fireflies. As I stand there, I realize, oh yeah, I don't have a speech prepared. Quick thinking on Samuel's part, a true improv artist. Let's see if I can match up to that. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's been a long, hard band camp. I'm sure a lot of you would rather be sleeping in your beds right now, but it's events like these that bring us closer together and truly make us a band. Everyone nods, but I can tell I haven't struck a chord with them. I need to reach deeper. I close my eyes for a moment, reflecting on this past band camp. It was hard. We're all tired and we're longing to go home. But that passion we felt when this all started, I want to recapture that. I want you all to take a moment to look back on how far we've come. Think back to the beginning of band camp and the beginning of the season. Rookies, you didn't even know what a roll step was, did you? But now? Well, just look at all the things you've learned. Look at tonight's run-through. Our best yet. I can see them considering my words now. Glances are exchanged. I spy the flash of a few smiles as they heed my words and reminisce over the season thus far. Like Mr. Wiley said, we've come so far, but we still have a long way to go. However, I know we can do it. We have the drive and the passion to make this unlike any other season. I look at each of my bandmates, meeting their eyes. Then I turn my gaze to Mr. Wiley. I expect him to say something. But he doesn't. On a lighter note, I smirk. Tonight, we embrace some friendly competition to find out which section of this band is the best. Everyone cheers, invigorated.
Get ready.
I think that goes without saying.
Clarinets!
Obviously, it's the clarinets.
Good one, Clark. You're a real kidder.
Yay!
I'm so psyched. You ready for this, girls?
Ugh.
I'm ready for this to be over.
Pitt, you're up first. Get up here.
Oh boy.
Woo! Go Marion!
We love a supportive boyfriend. I clear off the stage. Marion leads the pit to their positions, her chin held high. The rest of them don't look quite as confident.
The pit will be performing Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh, that one, eh?
That should be interesting.
Take it away, Pitt! They ready their mallets. Marion counts them off, and there they go. The younger members immediately fall behind, looking confused. Their missing parts throw off everyone else. All except for Marion, who forges on ahead, the perfect picture of concentration. One by one, the pit members drop out until she is the only one playing. They look at her sheepishly.
Ugh.
Just forget it!
She throws down her mallets and stomps off the stage.
It's awesome!
Yeah! Good job, Marion!
Ugh.
Wow, that fell apart faster than my life.
Damn, Pop-Tart, you didn't have to set her on fire as she left the stage. Sheesh.
Can someone help them out and get those instruments off the stage?
There wasn't much of a window to escape there. I hope the drumline can serve as a better distraction. I hang about nearby, feeling antsy and praying that Mr. Wiley won't invite me to sit next to him again. Once the pit has cleared the way, the drumline steps up, their instruments rattling with each stride. Aaron steps forward, doing a sweep of his minions.
Yo.
Everyone ready? Hell yeah!
Let's do it!
Oh yeah!
Ready! Alright then.
He faces Mr. Wiley.
For our performance, we'll be doing shots.
What?
Excuse me?
A drum cadence I wrote based on the song Shots.
No.
Not happening.
My arrangement's clean. It's snare drum shots, not alcohol.
Yes, snare drum shots. Very cute, I get it.
Yeah, over my dead body.
I don't care. You can't perform a song called Shots at parent preview. Not appropriate for a school function.
Well, this sucks.
Seriously?
I am dead serious. Didn't you hear about what happened when you lot played Tequila last year in the stands? I did, and I wasn't even hired by Blue Mountain High School yet. Do you know how many parents would be on my back for this if I let you play Shots?
Okay. Let's throw away hours upon hours of work and just do the drum cadence.
Thank you.
During the entire exchange, I inch farther and farther away from the stage, unnoticed. By the time the drummers start playing, I'm shrouded in comfortable darkness well away from the pavilion. Silent as a shadow, Samuel appears next to me, slipping his hand into mine.
Ready.
Yes, let's run. Phew, finally. We run as fast as we can away from the pavilion. The pounding of the drums becomes more and more distant, and the sounds of the forest envelop us. By the time we reach Mr. Wiley's cottage, the sound of the drums is like distant thunder. Samuel tries the front door.
Locked.
I figured it might be, but look! I point to the second floor. Mr. Wiley keeps his bedroom window open so Bandit can get in and out. But how do we get up there? We circle around the building, looking for a way. I'm struggling to keep calm, but my adrenaline is on high, and my heart seems to be picking up speed with every passing minute.
There. We can climb up on one of those trash cans and I'll give you a boost to the roof.
Okay, so far so good. Samuel takes my hand and helps me climb onto the trash can. He boosts himself up next. The can shakes under his weight, but we're there to steady one another. He presses a hand to my back, helping me stay on my feet. I'm glad you're here with me.
There's nowhere I'd rather be than standing on a trash can with you about to break into our teacher's cottage.
I snort. He wraps his arms around my waist and lifts me towards the roof. As I get a good grip and begin hauling myself up, it occurs to me that the night has gone silent. Samuel notices it too.
The drum off is over.
The flutes are up next.
Listen.
Let me know when you hear the trumpets. Peter's gonna scream out some high notes. When I hear him, that's my cue to go back.
Okay, smart thinking, guys, smart thinking. I scramble onto the roof and crawl towards the open window. Go to the front door. I'll let you in.
See you in a minute.
Okay. Now, Bandit, I'm just gonna walk by. I don't mean you any harm, okay? As I slip inside the room, movement on the bed makes me jump. I sigh in relief when I realize it's only Bandit. She stands in a nest of blankets and pillows, looking disturbed by my presence. Hello there. With an affronted sniff, she bolts past me and slips out the open window. I imagine her running to Mr. Wiley's side and warning him of intruders. Good thing raccoons can't talk. Or can they? This is not at all what I was picturing in here. It's kind of creepy. I hurry to the front door, unlock it, and open it. Welcome to my humble abode. Now let's get to work.
Ready.
I'm gonna turn this place upside down.
Be careful. If you move anything, put it back as you found it.
Where should we look?
Oh. Well, I was just in the bedroom. I am a little... Okay, so it's like the flutes are playing, and then when the trumpets go... Okay. I feel like Garth's in the basement. But I'm like, is the... I don't think... Okay, if I'm going off the assumption that Garth is in the basement, I don't think Wiley would leave the jammer with Garth, because I think Garth would manage to get to it. Which leaves the office. I'm gonna go office. As much as I want to go to the basement and see if Garth is there, I'm gonna go office. I didn't hear like a... So hopefully we're fine. This place is kind of creepy, right? There are a number of instruments lying around in need of repair. Mr. Wiley's laptop casts an eerie glow with its screen. I try to access it, but it's password protected.
Why are you looking there?
I don't know. I thought maybe there'd be some kind of clue. Maybe he keeps a diary. Now that I say it out loud, it sounds stupid.
Check his workspace.
We tackle the mess that is his desk. It's cluttered beyond belief. Every drawer is stuffed with paper. We try to be thorough, but turn up nothing. Oh dear. Then we hear it. The distant scream of trumpets. One trumpet jumps the octave and holds the note longer than they need to. An interval of 8 notes on the musical scale. Jumping an octave higher means playing the same note but in a higher range of the instrument. Samuel looks at me in horror.
I have to go.
He turns and charges away before I can say anything. I watch him go, fighting off a wave of panic. If the trumpets are finishing up now, that means the battle of the sections is almost over. There is not much time left. I rush to catch up with Samuel, trying to think of something to say, but my throat feels tight with anxiety. Before going out the door, Samuel pauses and casts an encouraging smile over his shoulder.
You can do this.
Good luck. Once you have the jammer, all you need to do is make a call. One call.
Samuel.
See you later.
I don't have my phone! You... Why would you not have your phone? When do teenagers never have their phone?
What?
Oh my god, I forgot my phone! Do you have yours? It was going so well, too.
No. I left it at the pavilion.
I begin to hyperventilate. Oh my god, I've gotten so used to leaving it in my room, I guess it's true. If you have no signal, you might be less inclined to bring your phone with you because you can't text, you can't call, you can't access the internet.
Chill.
Don't panic. I'll send someone back with a phone. Someone fast.
Probably Tom. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Samuel! I can't do this without you! Yeah, because he needs to run back and get somebody to get their phone! I fall to my knees, clutching my head. How could I be so stupid? I take my phone everywhere with me, and the one time I need it... I'm such an idiot. A grade A Nimrod! I want to curl up on the floor and start crying. I feel pathetic. Everyone was counting on me. And they still are. No matter how I feel, I have to keep looking. For my friends! I push myself up, back on my own 2 feet. We're going home tonight! That I swear! I think I can hear the mellophone starting now. How much time do I have before the saxophones? I try to remember the order of performances, but my mind is blank, still going over the list of hiding places. Even if I can find it, what if no one can get here with a phone for me to use? Then you smash it with a hammer! The fireworks will be starting soon and I'll be out of time. Ah! Suddenly, I trip over a stray saxophone case and fall right into a tuba case. I knock it over with a loud crash, landing on top of it. The noise makes me flinch. Ouch! Then it hits me, quite literally. The instrument cases. I can't afford to get distracted. I have a job to do. In a mad scramble, I begin undoing every single clasp and ripping open the cases. The saxophone case contains nothing but a saxophone. The tuba case is empty, its owner resting on a nearby table. I snatch up a euphonium, baritone, whatever case. As I rip it open, I hear an odd clattering. Breathing fast, I pull the instrument from its case and something falls out of the bell. The cell phone jammer! I've got it! I nearly start crying with relief. I turn the stupid thing off as I stumble towards the front of the cottage. Throw it in the lake! Throw it in the lake! Just toss it in the lake! What's he gonna do? He's not gonna go in there. He couldn't find a whole pile of instruments in the lake. He's not gonna find a tiny jammer and it's not gonna work anymore. I hesitate outside, listening intently for the battle of the sections, uncertain of which part they're at. I hear nothing but silence. A shiver runs through me. What do I do? Do I run back to the pavilion? Should I wait here? Before I can make a decision.
Hey!
There you are!
Oh, you sent Doug. Good idea. I stifle a gasp as a tall figure bursts out of the tree line. Doug? Gasping for breath, he rockets over to me and shoves a cell phone into my hand. It's Samuel's. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You can count on me.
See, I'm not completely useless.
You are not, Doug. Who is it?
Don't be so sure of that.
Oh, okay. A few seconds later, Marion and Aaron come jogging into view, chest heaving.
Genius.
You dropped Samuel's phone on the way over here. You're lucky I noticed.
We figured we'd all bring our phones to try calling. Maybe one of us will get through.
Thanks, guys. You all left? Well, Mr. Wiley...
What? You want us to go back?
Don't you have fireworks to set off, Aaron?
The drumline's handling it.
You left it to Drum and Drummer. That's not reassuring at all!
Hey!
Maybe instead of arguing, we should try and call the police now?
Thank you. I'm glad somebody's got their head on straight. You're right. I silently curse myself, opening up the number pad and punching in 911 without thinking about it twice. Everyone else follows my lead.
Congratulations, Doug.
We'll do the same. Doug, I think that's the most sensible thing I've ever heard you say.
Shoot!
Thanks. Oh, my phone's dead!
Wow.
No surprise there.
We lift our phones to our ears in synchronization, except for Doug, who watches each of us anxiously.
Nothing but static.
Hello? Did you get through, Aaron? I thought I heard a woman's voice. Hello?
That's interesting. Because when Cadence tried to call her mom, she's like, I think I hear a woman's voice with the static. But she wasn't sure if it was her mom. And now it's again static with a woman's voice. What does that mean? I'm so focused on Aaron's conversation, I almost miss it. But we finally got through after that. What?
911, what is your emergency?
I nearly dropped the phone in shock. I got through! Hello? Is this the police? Okay, stupid question. Before I can stop myself, everything comes tumbling from my mouth. My name is Cadence. I'm at Camp Bearpaw. I don't know the address. I've been at band camp with the Blue Mountain High School marching band for the past 2.5 weeks, but our band director isn't letting us leave. He's trapped us here, and he's using a cell phone jammer so we can't call for help. Please, you've got to help us.
Deep breaths, miss. I'll dispatch an officer to your location. You say you don't have the address.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. We're out in the middle of the woods. Can you track the signal on this phone?
Yes. Hold on.
Please, hurry.
We'll get there as soon as we can. In the meantime, stay on the phone with me.
The percussionists watch me with wide eyes. I stare back. I think that far in the distance I can hear the sound of saxophones.
Miss Cadence, can you stay on the phone?
I can't. I have to go back to the others. He's going to realize I'm gone.
Gone?
We should go!
I need you to stay on the phone, ma'am.
Marion gives me a push and we begin lightly jogging back in the direction of the lake. We'll just give it to one of these guys and they can stay on the phone so you can judge and it'll be fine. I'll stay on the line, but I can't talk. I can't let him know I've contacted you. How soon will the police get here? The operator replies, but it's garbled and lost among a sudden burst of static. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? I lost them.
Keep running, Cadence! Mr. Wiley is going to be announcing the winner at any moment. Then come the fireworks.
Are the police on their way?
Yes, I think so. But I lost the connection.
That's okay, so long as they know where we are.
I hope they do.
Keep going. I'll catch up in a minute.
Marion stops in her tracks, clutching a stitch in her side.
Come on!
No! What are you doing? I said go on without me!
Without pausing, Doug throws Marion over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Put me down!
No one's getting left behind!
That's right. We're going home tonight. As I shout my declaration to the sky, the first firework goes off. We reach the stretch of grass that leads to the lake. More fireworks go off, showering sparks over the glittering water. The night sings with their booming song. Even from this distance, I can see the silhouettes of my band gazing up in wonderment. Under the cover of this explosive sight and sound, we reach the pavilion just in time to hear Mr. Wiley make an announcement.
Congratulations!
Saxophones, your performance was unparalleled!
All right!
Yes! Did we win?
What do you think, Cadence?
I skid to a halt at the back of the crowd, completely out of breath. Doug and Aaron freeze behind me. Doug quickly puts Marion down. I realize the cell phone jammer is still clutched in my hand. I was wondering. I'm like, you never had the chance to fix anything in there. What is that? Is that the fireworks going off? I hope so. And I let it fall into the grass just as Mr. Wiley turns his head to seek me out. I raise my voice, cracked with fatigue. I agree!
Then the saxophones have won the Battle of the Sections!
Encore! Encore! I suppose we could play it again. That is, if you wouldn't mind joining me on stage, Cadence.
All eyes turn to me, sweaty and disheveled. Me? Samuel nods and holds out a hand to me. Slowly, I make my way forward on shaky legs. The crowd parts to let me pass.
Psst, Doug. Throw the jammer in the lake.
Samuel takes my hand and helps me up onto the stage. As he does so, he leans down and whispers something that only I can hear over the jubilation of the crowd and the fireworks.
You showed me that my music doesn't come from my instrument. It comes from within me.
Tears flood my eyes. Samuel lets go of my hand and steps back, bringing the beat-up school saxophone to his lips. The rest of his section fan out on either side of him.
This one's for you.
Aw. That is beautiful. I wish it was like after they'd been saved. And it's like the fireworks are going off because the police came! Hooray! But it's a beautiful shot. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. The saxophones serenade me with their music. I feel it rushing through me, filling me up with an incredible energy I've never felt before. Tears flow freely from my eyes and I don't bother to wipe them away. My heart is bursting with happiness. Despite my exhaustion, I want to dance like no one is watching, but I can't take my eyes off Samuel. I remain rooted in place, my eyes locked with his. His saxophone wails above the others, singing of his passion and his deep love for music. All other sounds seem to fade into the background. The cheer of our fellow bandits, the rumble of the fireworks, everything. Samuel is all I see. The song ends, and the final fireworks' last few sparks vanish over the lake. The night goes dark once more, save for the flickering lights of the pavilion. A strange hush descends over the band. Slowly, I turn away from Samuel, wondering why the sudden silence. Then I see him. Mr. Wiley, sitting in the front row, back hunched, head in his hands. He looks like he's collapsing in on himself, struggling underneath a heavy burden. I can't see his face, but I don't have to in order to know that he's wearing an expression of anguish. I take a careful step towards him. Mr. Wiley? He doesn't move. Mr. Wiley, what's wrong?
What have I done?
His voice breaks. This is unlike any Mr. Wiley that I've seen before. I look to Samuel, scared. He seems just as shocked as I am.
What was I thinking? Keeping you here. Forcing you through the show over and over and over again. When you have families that are waiting for you. All because because...
His body shudders with a restrained sob. Does this mean you're going to let us go home? Band camp may be over, sir, but this doesn't mean marching band is over. We'll still have plenty of rehearsals throughout the season. Our first competition isn't even until...
It's over.
What?
Marching band is over.
He lifts his face, tears in his eyes.
The school board cut marching band from Blue Mountain's music program days ago. During the first week of band camp. I kept you here because I didn't want you to find out the truth.
A stunned silence follows his words. I feel as though all of the air has vanished from my lungs. A few seconds ago, the night sang with beautiful colors and music. Now it feels darker and colder than the dead of winter.
What?
You're joking. Please tell me I heard that wrong.
I sway on the spot, trying to think of something to say, but the words keep repeating in my mind. Marching band is over. The school board got rid of it. All of our hard work was for nothing.
Really?
Marching band is really over.
The night I found out, everything got strange. I convinced myself I could save the band if I kept everyone here and make the show perfect.
That makes no sense. How could that save the band?
I don't know. What was I thinking? Why did I do that? I don't know.
He looks into my eyes, his face filled with pain.
Your passion for this band woke me up. That final run-through. Followed by your performance tonight. Seeing you all on this stage, playing together despite the situation I forced you into.
All sorts of emotions well up from within me. Grief, confusion, anger. I clench my fists, trying to keep them at bay and maintain my calm. What you did was wrong.
I know. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am.
We can't get that time back. We put so much work into that show.
And it was all for nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe it doesn't have to be for nothing.
What?
I lift my chin defiantly and look Mr. Wiley right in the eye as this new idea takes root in my mind. Maybe we can still save the band. Everyone looks to me, their dull faces outlined with shock. Some of them seem to think I've gone just as crazy as Mr. Wiley.
How?
My heart begins to pound with determination. I let it spread throughout my body, all the way to my fingertips. I'm not going to let the school board cancel band after all of the hard work we put into this season. If we could come together and show them our love for marching band, maybe we can convince them not to do it.
Right! Let's show them that we're not going to give up marching band without a fight.
Not fair.
No way I'm gonna let them steal my first season in the band from me. And after the season's already started, too.
You really think it'll work?
It's better than hiding in this godforsaken camp for the rest of our lives. Now who's with me? From the expressions on their faces alone, I can tell everyone is behind me. But in the brief silence before they can make this known, a new sound catches our attention. Cops time.
What the?
The police came! I can't believe it. With everything that's happened and this startling revelation, I nearly forgot. Everyone begins talking at once. Mr. Wiley scrambles to his feet, eyes alight with panic, and begins backing away into the shadows surrounding the pavilion. A hand touches my shoulder. Samuel's lips brush my ear.
Nice one.
You did it. I knew you could.
I turn around and squeeze him tightly. Don't squeeze him tightly. Tackle Wiley to the ground so he doesn't disappear this time. I don't know how they do it, but the police are inside the compound within minutes. We go to beat them, swarming up the hill back to the parking lot towards their flashing blue and red lights. We're here! Down here!
There they are! Fan out in every direction. Let's see if we can catch this guy. Did you see where he went?
All at once, the band begins shouting and pointing in random directions, but no one seems to know for certain where Mr. Wiley disappeared to. Guy's a freaking ninja. I stand in the heart of the crowd next to Samuel. The two of us say nothing, our hands interwoven.
Which one of you is Cadence?
I am.
Well, little lady, it was very brave of you to make that call tonight. You're a hero.
I smile. He doesn't even know the half of it. I couldn't have done it without the support of the band, sir.
Well, you're safe now. We're gonna catch this guy if it's the last thing we do.
But they never did. They looked everywhere, but Mr. Wiley was nowhere to be found within Camp Bearpaw.
He vanished into thin air like the Phantom of the Opera. Maybe he didn't even exist to begin with. Maybe the Mr. Wiley we knew was only a figment of our imaginations. A shared hallucination.
Tom, don't make me question everything.
Stop that. He must have gotten out somehow. The question is, how?
Clever.
I can think of a way. Mr. Wiley is a highly creative individual, so I'm sure he figured something out.
And with that, band camp finally came to an end. We returned home to our families and slept in our own beds that night. It's finally over. No, it's not over until we confront the school board.